afternoon, everyone. I'm Cheryl Algie from Kerrang in Northern Victoria, Australia. How is everyone doing today? I was looking through my saved videos on YouTube, trying to decide what I would like to do for you today, what card I would like to create. And I came across this one that I had not even made. I'd purchased the tutorial, and the tutorial was by Liz Shannon. Ready Set Stamp or Ready Set Go, something like that. I don't think anyone who's not a demonstrator would be able to access her tutorials. It's a tutorial for demonstrators, made by demonstrators. But I could not find. It was it was before Christmas, and her card, the Waterfall card, was done with remember the black and gold paper, and she had reds. So mine's totally different. And I was trying to scroll very quickly, speed read with my eye disease, so very difficult to see whether I was supposed. And what I did gather from the blurb on it, she has made these videos by demonstrators for demonstrators to make our life easier. So I'm assuming that I can share with customers. So anyway, I might be in trouble, but I am sharing this today. So I have not made a waterfall card for a long time. I did try one that I wasn't successful with. I could never work out her measurements. It was who was it? It was Gina, who's Lisa. That's the wrong bit. Lisa Curcio's daughter, and I could not follow. I don't know if it was me or her. Anyway, let's start this one today, and hopefully, because I did find, I don't know, when I demonstrate something, I try and do it how I tell people what I would like to know when I'm creating something. With this one, I didn't feel like, it was explained, I guess. Maybe I'm just too dumb. I don't know. But I will tell you what I thought could have been explained better as we work through. So there, this piece it's the mechanism. It's 5 inches by, we're going in inches. Surprise, surprise today. 5 inches by 2, scored at 2 inches. Now I've already done mine, so I'm going to try and put it up the right way. So I'm not doing it again. I'll just go through the motions. So it's 2, just pretending. 2, 2 3/4. I will put the measurements on my blog, I promise. I didn't do last week, so I've got behind with my blog again. I'm sorry. So no, not 2.5, 2 3/4, then 3.5 there, and 4 1/4. So that piece is scored. Now this is the stopper, and it is, I have actually changed her measurement on this. I'll explain a bit later how I was going to change the whole thing, and then I'll tell you, well, I may as well tell you now. What did I do with it? I don't know where I put the other one. I did have a, I always do this. I put things to the side, and then I don't remember where I put them. Anyway, I did try and do a narrower one, and why it didn't work is because doing it like a smaller one, I think I started with a smaller arch here, and by doing that I ended up with a tiny one here, which made the stopper had to be like about 1 inch or 1.25 inches or something. So it was only a little, so it would work, but it wasn't as good as this. So I've stuck with her measurements for this. So mine is, and it's because it ends up being a slimline card. So it's got to fit on here. So we're going to punch a piece off there and we're going to score another piece. But she had hers, so you can do whatever you wish. I used my good Secret C. I was going to make one with the pears DSP because that's really pretty and I haven't used much of it. Then I changed my mind. I thought, oh, I'm just going to use the Cute as a Bug one again, like I used last week, and I showed you all that last week. So if you want to see what's in that, or if you want to see a catalogue, Sweet as a Bug, Cute as a Bug, just look that up and look up last week's where I showed you all the bits and pieces. And all I've used is we did with the Stamping Lounge, we did, I haven't finished mine yet, we did, I might show you a couple of sneak peeks to show you how wonderful these girls are. We will do 18 cards. I've only got a few finished. A bit slow. So, yeah, well, life gets in the way sometimes. So anyway, back to this. I'll score this now so I can put my trimmer away because I won't need it again. This piece, I made mine. I'll tell you what she made hers. Liz made hers. She made hers 2 inches by 8 3/4, scored at 3/4 an inch. I changed that to 8 1/4. Still scored at 3 3/4 of an inch on the end, on one end. Okay, so that's on this side. It's over here. So we scored that like that. Then I can pop this away, and hopefully I remember all the steps. So first I'm gonna, where's that? I'm gonna burnish that. I'm going to burnish it both ways because it's got to really, and then sorry everyone for using something retired, but this is perfect for the stopper, and it also punches a hole. So if you can get a hold of one of these, if you can't, you can use a circle, probably a 2-inch circle, to shove in there and just punch the end of it. She showed me how in the video, but I've already got this, and then you can just use a punch to punch the hole, or you can just use a corner rounder, just use something to make a decorative thing, or if you don't want to do that, you can just put a hole and leave it like that. Okay, so once you've got that scored, you're going to burnish. Just making sure you can see what I'm doing both ways, because this has really got it's got work to do. So we want it nice and burnished. Okay, pretty simple, right? Then we're going to get our tear tape, and Liz didn't say, but I'm guessing she's used the tear tape because we don't want glue oozing out anywhere. We don't want glue anywhere that it shouldn't be. So I would use tape. I don't know if Seal would be, maybe the Seal Plus might be strong enough, but it doesn't like me and I don't like it. So this is boring, but I could have done this before, but I thought I always kind of do things ahead, and you might like to see the process a bit more, perhaps. I don't know. Nobody seems to comment on my YouTube, so I've no idea what you guys are thinking. No one says hello, no one comments. It's a bit lonely here, but Facebook was being ridiculous. So I've come to YouTube and being lonely because no one's talking to me. Give that a good burnish. Getting rather hot in here. We've had a disgusting week with The temperatures haven't been that high, but it's been so humid. It's been disgusting. Now, I'm going to turn that, weave that this way, line it up on your grid paper so it's nice and straight. Then we're going to start with our first arch, and what Liz didn't say, and I'm thinking, which side am I putting down? The stitch, the good stitch, or the awful one? And I put my awful one down, but you don't. You put the side where you can see the nice stitching, okay? I know it's hard to remember everything, but these are the little things that you pick up when you're trying to follow someone's video. And you think, well, you could have told me that. And then you're going to centre that as best as you can. And I think, she didn't say, but I obviously, you need to not put it right on the score line, because I think I did, excuse me, losing my voice with having fans and things blow on me because of the weather. I'm just going to eyeball that. So that's somewhere in the middle. Have I got 1, 2, 3, 4? 1, 2. Yeah, I think that's about right. That there. Take the next ones off. Not so important to leave it lined up now because you've got one down. Hope my voice is going to last for the video. And you would have seen my post about the exciting news. That doesn't look like it's centered very well. Oh yeah, it's all right. I'm looking here, and I was looking there and it didn't look right, but it looks right here. And I'm coming down a little bit more than what I did. It's really hard to see on this light cardstock actually. So that I'm not on the, come here. I'm not exactly on the line. I don't want to be on the line. I want to be a bit under. I've only actually made one of these, so we're all learning together. I made one I stuffed up, and then I thought, I better make a good one. Well, I do it with the pears. And then I thought, oh, no, because then I have to work out how to decorate this one and that one, and I was running out of time. Spent a lot of time on the Stamping Lounge cards, and we've got on stage coming up, so you want to make a card for your roomies and stuff, so get a bit organised. And I wanted to actually have my next class organised and advertised before we go, so it's only was 2 weeks from yesterday, so it's getting a bit exciting. I do want that covering that. Looking a bit crooked. Oh well, it's going to be a bit crooked if it's going to be a bit crooked, isn't it? Now, let's just look at my mock-up one, because that's what else I didn't know, was where to put that. So, if I look at that, got that there. I am putting that on top of there. I couldn't see in the video which side she had that. So, actually, that's the wrong side, that's the right side. Can't do that because I haven't got that stuck down to anything, so. Just don't let me do it wrong. Where's my good one? Let me have a sneaky peek here. I can't because, oh yes I can. That's sticks on the back of that. On the back, I think. Yeah, on the back where you see all the rungs, you put your, we'll put our tape on here and we'll put it on the back. If we do it wrong, we'll just have to pull it apart. It's only cardstock, isn't it? We're not going to do it wrong. Did I burnish this? I'm not sure if I did or not. Maybe I didn't. Make sure there's not really a right side and a wrong side to this one, I don't think. It's a pretty easy card, really. Well, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't get ahead of myself, should I? Wait until I've got it all done first. So that goes on there. That's the back. And that goes there like that, and yeah. I think I'm right. Just like that. And then this is our, yeah, I don't have to it goes up, and this one goes, oh yeah, across there. I forgot for a second. So we want some glue. Have I got that where you can see it? So if I do that, there's no difference the other side, was there? Why did I do that? We want some more tear tape. Probably go this way and not too close to that edge because we want that to run. It's our little runner. Hopefully you can't hear my husband on the phone. He talks so loud. Can't hear what he's saying. I don't want to hear what he's saying either. I might do, just to make it a bit stronger, I might just do that. Just do this. And just check before I take it off that those aren't going to go. This one's a bit close. We might scoot that back a bit. You can always fold your tear tape back after you've taken the backing off it so that it's not as, come here. So I don't want it too close to there. I want it stuck, but I don't want it too close to that edge. Where's my bone folder? It always helps if you give that the tear tape a burnish as well. And of course you can use your pickup tool, but I just normally just use my nails with my tear tape. And you've seen all the, hopefully you've watched my video about the new new stamp pads, which is, it's kind of good and kind of not. It's expensive, I guess. Let me just put that across here. I think that's what I do anyway. Anyway, we'll soon see. Very confident, aren't I? Not? I won't be laughing if I've stuffed it up, will I? And then let's see if it's going to work. I can't because it is going to work. I think it is going to work. I think we'll just stick it onto our Poppy Parade. So we stick it with, actually I might put some ribbon through that first. We just stick it, yeah, we only stick those through. I think I'm gonna, I might stick the pieces down first, and this is, I'm still going on a full sheet of this beautiful paper. It is just gorgeous, even if you don't like bugs and things, the paper is just beautiful. So I'm gonna put these on here, and I'm going to put the ribbon on because I think it was a bit tricky with, oh gosh, stuck to my pencil. If you didn't like it as busy, you could use the leafy bit. I rather like the images on here, so, and because I could get them going this way, and of course you could use this up the other way too, but we're going this way today. Then you just put your, see what I mean about not going too far? You don't want it going right to that line, that's probably right. And you could, so you could have had the other side, and you could have had the other side of that, but I like the prettier side, not the plain side, because I'm not going to really decorate this too much. So it's got lots of going on with the DSP. You don't really need to decorate it much. Trouble seeing whether that was the right or the wrong side. I wondered about putting these both together, and then I thought, yeah, I like that though. I like the bugs with the strawberries, and then it kind of continues, if you get what I mean. And which side did I do there? This side. This is a plainer one. As I said, this paper is just gorgeous. It's really, truly gorgeous. Just make sure if it's directional, you've got your flowers. See, I've got them up the right way. And I wasn't sure what ribbon, but I thought, well, let's just go with what I used before, because it worked, and this is mossy. We do have the old olive crinkly one. I wasn't sure how that would look. And we could have the gold side. This is probably retired. Everything's retired. No, not everything is. It just seems like it. But you need a like a 1/4 inch ribbon, and we don't have much in that size. So where's my ribbon scissors gone? Hiding somewhere. I might give myself a bit extra, because when I tie the twine around, it might not be enough. What did she do with her twine? That's a good question. Here's some. Actually, I had some little bits of that. No, that one. Which would have been good. I don't know what I did with them. And I got this big long piece of this. Let's just see, is this one? This is just linen thread. Because this wouldn't poke through like I normally do them. So I thought, oh well, we'll just go a different route then. Tie a knot first. I never used to do that, but that's what Stampin' Up did when we did the virtual card retreat. And I thought, oh, okay. I will do that from now on. and scissors again. You're all waiting in suspense to see if this is going to work. You're not the only ones. Got fingers crossed and everything crossed to see if it was going to work or not. So then we want to put glue. Where do we want to put glue? On here. On here and here. So that you can see properly on here and here. The only two places we need glue. That's what glues it to the base of the card. And then we will give it a pull to see if it'll work. Be a pity if it doesn't when I've gone to all this trouble, won't it? You won't see those pencil marks because it'll be stuck down. Again, not too close to the slider. And not on the bottom waterfall either, the bottom arch either. Although you probably could, I don't know. No, it's got to move. Of course it's got to move, you silly woman. Let's give those a burnish. I was going to tell you what size I did my base card, and it is, you do need a fair bit of cardstock, but you always do for a slim line. So I've done 8.5 by 8 1/4, and I've scored it 4 1/4. Okay. So then the moment of truth. Oh gosh. Where's my little pokey tool? You're just being a bit tricky for me. Oh, just thank you, Classy Creative Cards with Nettie. It's got a nice message. Hi, Cheryl. Nettie here from Classy Creative Cards with Nettie, and saw you have subscribed with my channel. So thanks heaps. Made me pop over and see you. Looks like a cool card. We'll have to watch replay later. Oh, thanks very much. I'm sorry I didn't see that. I guess your name is Nettie. Thank you. I've started to not look because people aren't commenting. Makes me feel a bit sad. Now, try and get this centered onto my card. About the same either side. Pop it down. And give it a good burnish because we want it to stick before we go tugging at it. Just hope, yeah, so I hope I've got it on the correct side. Where are we stuck? There. So we need to burnish here and burnish here. Then we should have some action. Cool, it works. You have to do it a few times to make it work. Like to make it so easier for the person when they receive it. So yeah. So then I thought I'd just do a simple greeting, maybe in Poppy Parade, and this is one of the reasons why I'm actually glad that we are having a change. I might just do I just was looking for a scrappy bit. Where's my little stamp? Oh, I don't. I've got plenty of that, so we'll just stamp it directly on there. Because I had to, we have had a lot of trouble with our, without a word of a lie, with our reds and yellows. So hopefully the new, what are they? Not foam. Are they felt, or are they? No, I can't remember. They're not foam anyway. They're different. Actually, I think I might want that smaller. So if I get that to the edge, then I can chop it with my trusty trimmer. Yeah, that it's a bit. I pressed a bit hard. It's a bit dark in colour on the happy. It's a fine line with these stamps. You've got to get an impression, but you don't want to give it life support either. That's not too bad. It's a little bit crooked. I'm just going to use my directions to stamp off on, because I can't find my, I don't want to stamp off on my good scratch paper, do I? Just give that a second to dry, because yesterday I did that in the, what did I use? The yeah, this one's going to go to my niece too, which with every step of her journey. She started chemo yesterday, so that's why you've been on my mind, and I've sent her the little card I made a couple of weeks ago too. So just yeah, so just to let her know that I'm thinking of her each step of the way. Now, what was I going to do? Oh, the inside and the envelope. So it does fit in one of these envelopes, a slimline where you can buy anywhere, or if you're a bit fussy and a bit proud about your envelopes, you can, of course, make one yourself. So we're just going to do a little bit of sponging. So I've got my yucky old scratch paper here. Oh, I should have had a look where I want what. I might put the little birdie on the envelope, and I might put this. But yeah, that's what I did yesterday. I put the sponging there, but I actually wanted it. We won't want it up the top, will we? So we'll start again. I'll put the sponging down in this corner. We could go Old Olive, or we could go Mossy Meadow, or we could go Soft Sea Foam. I didn't actually tell you what the base of the card was, but most of you, if you're into Stampin' Up colours, we would know that it's Soft Sea Foam, and I've used Poppy Parade. They're two colours that are in the paper. It's got lots of colours in it. It's got Cajun Craze, it's got Petal Pink, let me think, Cajun Craze, Petal Pink, Vanilla, Very Vanilla, White. I missed anything? We'll show you how much paper I've got left. Not much, but I do have another pack, because I do intend to do a class using this set at some stage. I was hoping to have I probably will get that done before I go to on stage. I've got all next week. But I better get the roomy stuff done first, in case I run out of time. I really want to go to a movie before I go because they might be gone. I want to go and see the Elvis movie and I want to go and see Wuthering Heights. And we have to go to Swan Hill to the movies or Echuca, and Swan Hill is 40 minutes away, so I'll have to see who wants to come with me and do a whole day movie outing. See how many takers I've got. No one might want to come, might they? I could put some glue on this little guy too, couldn't I? I could. Might not have fussy cut him quite well. And some of the images, I think I told you last week, cut out with this. I'm trying to remember to show you just a couple of cards that I've finished from the Stamping Lounge. We have so much content, it's great to be a part of. And they don't say you have to have this or you have to have that. When you do a retreat, other retreats or carnival things I've taken part in, you have to buy, demonstrators have to buy off demonstrators, and I balk at that. All you're doing is supporting their business, not your own. The other thing I wanted to mention, talking about business, is I am no longer, and I'll put out an email for this, I'm no longer going to be posting out catalogues. If you want a catalogue, you'll have to come to me to pick one up, because with the current economic climate, it's just too expensive to buy catalogues and post them out, or to have them posted out by Stampin' Up. It's just too expensive, so I will be buying my bundles still, and I'm not buying as many as I normally do because my class attendance has dropped off as well. I understand everyone's struggling, but so am I. So unless people put orders in and come to classes and support my business, well, I can't do what I normally do. And that's stuck on there, so we're right with that. Now we've just got to cut this happy birthday down. I think it'll look good. Not sure. Might have to change my mind, mightn't I? I don't want to cut too short. Throw that one away. Oh, see? Not really happy with that either. It's gone a bit funny. Damn it. I don't know whether it's the humidity. Has anyone else noticed with your stamping? That's what happened yesterday, and I thought I must have touched it with the trimmer before it was dry, but I haven't today. And look, it's just the H is crap. So I don't like that one either. We'll try on, maybe we'll try on white. A little bit of white and see if that's any better. I spot a piece there. We'll do both. Maybe it's me. Maybe my pad's too wet. I don't know. This was one I think I started to say. I had to wash it out because it went all funny. You know how they go. And I had to wash it out and refill it. And it took a heap of ink to refill it. It looks fine now, but who knows how long that will last. So you can see that on there. You can see that it's not good. So let's give it a clean and start again. Because, I mean, where I live in Kerrang, it's been very humid the last week, actually. Let's see. Should not take you this long to get a good image. A lot of demonstrators are going crook about the expense. I get that, but they have told us that the full the full colour revamp is not happening until next year. So we've got time to plan. And it's not like you have to go out and buy all new pads all at once. I won't be. You can't now anyway until they've been rolled out, and they're only rolling out the new in colours at the moment. And don't they look lovely? Have you watched the video I posted? Wasn't sure whether we were allowed to yet, but somebody else did, so I thought, oh well, I will too. And the video is not private from Stampin' Up. It's there for, well, I don't know if you find it if you search or not, but it was there, so I just went rogue and did it. Now, is that going to be dry enough, or is it going to smear? I might just cover my bases and give it a hit with the heat tool. Why do I see paper there? I've got paper everywhere. To put that away. I might just turn my volume off and hopefully remember to turn it back on. Gosh, I said all of that and I didn't turn my volume on. Now let's go back. This one was my soirees. This one was my soirees. It's called a carousel card, and you would have seen that. So look, I should stand up when I heat emboss. Well, I didn't emboss, but when I use the heat tool, because I forget to turn the volume back. This was Kayla Renee. And the Never Ending and the Mountain card, that was Rochelle's. So, and I did say from the Stamping Lounge, these girls are. So if you wanted the directions for these cards, you need to go join the Stamping Lounge, which is about $25 a month, and it is well worth it. They just have so much content from week to week. So it's just great. So, okay, so I will go now. Truly, I will go now. And I'm sorry about not having my volume on. All right, bye-bye.